Is this lighting T? It kind of looks the same as the lighting as always, so I'm just gonna keep it like this. Oh my god, wait, body tea? Wait, guys. Anyhow, hello beautiful, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are doing part 2 of the disgusting reading of Wattpad stories. The thing about what we did last time is that I read my cringy Wattpad stories, but now I'm gonna read your cringy Wattpad stories. Unhinged, traumatizing, literally the type of stories that will stick with you for a lifetime. Not because they're good, because you can't get them out. Okay.
But love that I hate myself. I climbed out of my head and watched myself implode. A thought without a body ought to be the shot to take a load off. My brain is poisoned and I'm searching for the antidote. But every time I find it, my defenses scream, oh no you don't. Whoa.
It's haunting me. It's haunting me, okay? So the first one is gonna be Mickey Mouse. Isn't that just excited? The truth. One day, Mickey was on a date with Minnie. They went to eat dinner, and Mickey said he had to spend time with Minnie, who is a bitch. Okay. They continued their date for 2 hours, and they talked, but Mickey was so bored. He was thinking of someone else, secretly. But no, he couldn't tell Minnie, never! He said in his head when Minnie saw that he was distant and got very mad. Why are you not talking to me? She roared at his face as her eyes grew big and she hissed at him while baring her fangs. Mickey was scared, and he could not believe how scary Minnie looked for a moment. He was contemplating and rethinking his life decisions. He thought to himself, this is why I'm not straight. Then he sighed. What is going on? Upon hearing Mickey's sigh, Minnie was furious. She stomped her right foot and shook her left fist and decided to take her bowl of garlic soup and splash it on Mickey. You imbecile, you are not worthy of my time. You keep thinking about someone else. I'm not good enough for you. Her voice was deep as Noah Beck's. What the fuck does Noah Beck have to do here? And she trudged out of the restaurant. Mickey was glad she left and immediately picked up his phone. Hey babe, can I come over now? I want to see you because you make me happy. Aww. Mickey said flirtatiously in the phone and winked, although the other person could not see him. He was excited. Next part. Okay. Oh wow, that's an amazing picture. Okay. This is already looking very interesting. Chapter 2. His house. Mickey ran and ran. He was sweating, but it was okay. He did it for the love of his life. Then he finally rang the doorbell and Donald came out and said, hi babe, what are you doing here? I thought you were on a date with Minnie, that bitch. Mickey held his hand and said, yes, but she threw some soup on me and I am sad. Now I see your face, I'm not sad. And they kissed. Okay. Mickey's nose was too big and it kept poking Donald's face and he was very irritated. So he held his nose with his hand and mumbled, that's much better, isn't it? And smirked as he continued swallowing Mickey's face. What an interesting. Okay. Just then, Donald and Mickey were getting it. And then we're going into the room when somebody suddenly came out and let out a big yell. It was none other than Goofy, Donald's roommate. Oh my god, Mickey, you're gay here with my roommate? Goofy exclaimed. His eyes were big like balls.
do you mean by that?
Mickey and Donald blushed and went into the room and locked the door to play Mario Kart and do nothing else. Goofy was trying to recover from his shock, and he had to calm down himself while he called his girlfriend on his phone. Hi babe, did you know that Donald, my roommate, is with a guy? His girlfriend heard and could not believe her ears and said she was gonna come over to see Donald's new boyfriend. Someone rang the doorbell. This is getting messy. Chapter 3. Drama? You ain't ready for this. Hi Minnie, you look so gorge, Goofy said as he hugged his girlfriend who was Minnie. Plot twist. Dun dun dun. I can't be doing this. Okay. Then Minnie walked over when she saw Donald and Mickey on the sofa, and she shouted, "No, Mickey, I know you were cheating on me." And she ran and grabbed Donald and asked Donald where Daisy is because she wanted to kiss her at that moment. She realized she was not homophobic, she was gay. And Goofy was hurt. So he went back to his room while Minnie ditched him and went to find Daisy so she could ask her out on a date. And then Mickey was sad. He went to tell Donald that his ex was going on a date with Daisy, and Donald was mad. He kicked Mickey in the balls and said, "I don't love you anymore. Daisy's my babe. I'm going to get her back." Then Mickey cried because he was shocked. He thought Donald was the love of his life. But Donald left him alone in the house with Goofy. So he went to ask Goofy if he wanted to have an angry time.
What? Oh.
Okay. Donald went to Daisy's house and where he found Minnie making out with Daisy, and he hollered, "You lesbians!" I kid you not, I just didn't even say lesbians, I said lesbians. "You are lesbians! Minnie, you're toxic. Stop making out with my babe. Daisy is mine because we are dogs. You are a mouse. You two are not meant to be." What? Wasn't you just with Mickey though, and he's a mouse and you's a duck? What? This is messy as fuck. And he was going to take a knife to stab Donald because he was breaking them up until... Whew. Daisy ran after Minnie and held her wrist. "Stop!" she said. "Donald is my bae. Too sorry I don't love you. You are nothing more than a friend with benefits. We were never meant to be." Minnie was in shock. She could not believe her ears, especially when Daisy said, I have to confess. Donald is my brother whom I am in love with. With that, Minnie flipped. I think this is a good place to end it. I think this is a good place to maybe switch the story because this is getting a bit... Wow, okay. And I was watching a queso stream earlier about Squidward murdering SpongeBob. So let's switch up the vibes a bit, you know what I mean? Ooh, crying face emoji. I don't know what the fuck that is. How do you even describe that?
냐, 1, 2, 3, 냐, 아리가또. 냐, 1, 2, 3, 냐, 아리가.
SpongeBob woke up one day in a house that wasn't his. He looked around and he saw what was next to him. He was shocked. Mr. Krabs, his boss. Goddamn, what the hell? SpongeBob wasn't wearing anything. Neither was Krabs. He quietly searched for his clothes around the room when suddenly a voice arose in the dark. "Come back to bed, sweetie." I can't be dead ass. A deep voice emerged from the dark. "Spongy, honey pie, Wazzy country." Krabs sits up. SpongeBob feels awkward about the situation, but he hops back in bed. Krabs wraps his arms around SpongeBob's waist as he caresses his face holes. What? A few hours later, SpongeBob, Krabs, and Squidward were all working in the Krusty Krabs that rainy day. SpongeBob noticed Mr. Krabs come into the kitchen. He licked his lips. "Hey, baby girl." Krabs winked, running his fingers along SpongeBob's nose. "Hey, Krabby." SpongeBob, let me try this guy. Hey, Krabby. I can't. SpongeBob stuttered shyly. Squid peeked into the kitchen through the window. He was shocked, distraught, and comfortable. Krabs walked around into his office and gave SpongeBob the "I'll see you later" look. Squid was mad. He didn't understand Krabs' love for SpongeBob. Squid cared for SpongeBob. He just didn't want to admit it. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. I'm only gonna read to the 3rd part. Okay, I'm reading halfway. Okay, I gotta make do. My edges are literally lifting and puffing up, but like, you didn't see nothing. Squid looked through the magazine at the front, annoyed as usual. But he was on a different level of annoyed today. He would fight for SpongeBob. He wanted the best for SpongeBob. He didn't know how to get what he wanted. He turned around to look at SpongeBob flipping patties. "Hey, SpongeBob?" he called out. "Yes, Squidward?" SpongeBob paused. "Would you maybe like to, I don't know, go to dinner with me? That new ship in a bottle restaurant?" Wait. Fuck, I felt the sneeze coming. I felt it coming, I promise. Squid stuttered. He felt embarrassed. Blush streamed across his face. "I'm busy, sorry." Sponge barely looked up from his Krabby Patty. What's wrong with the lad? Squid didn't know. He noticed Krabs seductively walking into the kitchen in dirty underwear, so he covered his ears with his magazine. "Sponge, darling." Krabs strutted towards SpongeBob. Their lips touched soon after. Oh, okay. That's great. An hour later, Squidward was still fearing for his life at the register, pulling out his clarinet whenever things got too loud back there. "I love you so much." Krabs caressed SpongeBob's holes. "What's up?" That sounds so fucking bad. But I know it's because he's a... Man. Squidward gagged. "I love you too." SpongeBob passionately kissed Krabs on the cheek. SpongeBob and Krabs got dressed as they aggressively licked their lips. Squidward couldn't take it. He loved SpongeBob. He actually loved SpongeBob. Krabs was just using Sponge. And SpongeBob is too stupid. Little Sponge, he was so oblivious. "You okay?" Squidward turns around. His magazine still rests on his head. "Yeah." Sponge adjusts his Krusty Krab uniform and hat. Sponge looked like Krabs. Well, he was rich for one, but Sponge thought Krabs had a gentle soul. He wouldn't hurt a fly, even though he had multiple catapults. Even though he catapults plankton into buildings every day. Sponge thought he was just doing the right thing, saving his restaurant from bad bacteria like plankton. But that wasn't the issue at hand. Did Sponge really love Krabs, or was he just lonely and in need of love? I deadass don't wanna know. The next day, Squidward always hated going to work, but he hated it even more now. SpongeBob and Krabs do some pretty disgusting stuff in the back, which Squidward can see and hear. He was traumatized. He'll never be the same miserable squid he once was. Now he feels he has to save SpongeBob from an awful spongenizer, a person who uses sponges but quickly moves on. Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Hey Sponge, I was wondering if you had any Amazon recommendations for earplugs. Squid playfully says to SpongeBob, wondering if he understands the joke he's trying to make. Mr. Krabs through the window of the door from his office. Oh yeah, Gary and Mary became active at night, so I have some at home for you. Sponge enthusiastically says back, thanks Sponge, I will for sure need these a bunch. Squid smiles at Sponge. He sees Krabs come in. He saw something he didn't want to see. A naked crab. Krabs does what he always does. He stressed to SpongeBob, then they awkwardly make out. This time was different. Krabs said he would make SpongeBob happy and clear his holes for him. Whatever the heck that meant. I don't want to find out what that means, guys. I know I said I was gonna read until the end of chapter 3, but I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Did I leave the first story in a cliffhanger? Yeah. Why did my voice do like that? Yeah, I left all of these on cliffhangers, so you're just gonna have to like and subscribe to see part 3. Actually, because this is part 2, part 3. Anyways, thank you for watching, beautiful people. Leave a wind chime in the comments if you made it this far. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing year, an amazing life, an amazing week, an amazing everything, okay? Peace and love. Peace and love.